What if I told you that most interviews are lost before the first technical question is even asked? It's true. So many talented engineers focus only on what they know. But they fail because of how they show up. Alright, in this first video, we are going to build the absolute bedrock for your interview success. Before we dive into tactics for recruiters or engineers, we have to establish the foundation that makes everything else work. I'm going to walk you through the 3 universal principles that every single top candidate masters: mindset, research, and articulation. Get these right, and I promise you, every other strategy in this course will be 10 times more effective. First up, and maybe the most important, is your mindset. Here's the thing. I don't want you to walk into an interview feeling like you're being interrogated. That's a defensive posture. Instead, I want you to adopt a consultant mindset. Think about it. You're not a student taking a test. You are a skilled professional who has been invited to discuss their challenges. Your job is to show them how your expertise can solve their problems. See the difference? It transforms the entire dynamic from an interrogation into a collaborative, peer-to-peer discussion. Next, within that consultant mindset is embracing a growth mindset. Let's be real. You will face interviews that don't go perfectly. You might even get rejected. That's not a verdict on your skill. It's a data point. A growth mindset means you treat every single interview as a valuable learning opportunity. After each one, you reflect. What went well? What could I do better? This makes you resilient, and it ensures you're constantly improving. And finally, you have to project positivity and enthusiasm. Companies want to hire people who are genuinely excited to be there. A positive attitude is infectious and leaves a powerful, lasting impression. Okay, our second pillar is research. This sounds obvious, but you'd be shocked how many people skip it. Showing up unprepared is the fastest way to signal that you're not serious about the opportunity. Your research needs to cover 3 areas. 1. Research the company. What is their mission? What are their main products? What have they been in the news for recently? You need to understand their world. 2. Research the role. Go back to that job description and analyze it. What are the key responsibilities? What specific skills are they asking for? Your goal is to connect your experience directly to what they're looking for. 3. Research your interviewers. If you know who you're speaking with, look them up on LinkedIn. What's their background? What's their role on the team? Understanding their perspective allows you to tailor the conversation directly to them. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, articulation. Look, you can have all the technical knowledge in the world, but if you can't communicate it clearly under pressure, it's useless in an interview. Your knowledge is only as good as your ability to communicate it. So, what does great articulation look like? First, structure your answers. We'll cover this in depth later, but frameworks like the STAR method are your best friend for telling compelling stories. Second, listen actively. So many candidates are so nervous they don't actually hear the question being asked. It is always better to pause and ask a clarifying question than to launch into an answer for a question you misunderstood. And finally, and this is critical for technical rounds, think aloud. When you're solving a problem, verbalize your thought process. Let the interviewer hear how you reason, how you analyze trade-offs, and how you approach a problem. This is often more important to them than the final answer itself. Alright, so that's the foundation for everything that follows. Let's recap the 3 universal success principles. 1. Adopt the right mindset. You are a consultant, not a student. 2. Do your research. Show you're prepared and serious. 3. Master articulation. Clearly communicate your value. Now, I want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me which one of these 3 principles you're going to focus on improving first. Is it your mindset, your research strategy, or your articulation?